Welcome to the deep dive. We often think of our shower as this personal sanctuary, right? A safe space to unwind. But what if I told you that the very things in there for cleanliness, the water, the air, even your loofah, might actually be making it one of the riskiest spots in your house? Emergency rooms, they see it constantly. A shocking number of really bad injuries. And not just slips, there are these surprising, often overlooked dangers. It's Saturday, July 19, 2025, about 9:23 a.m. EDT, and it makes you wonder, could your daily shower be your riskiest routine?
Yeah, the scale of the problem, it really catches people off guard. I mean, the CDC reports something like 235,000 ER visits every year just for bathroom injuries.
Wow.
And these aren't, just minor bumps. The threats are kind of lurking everywhere: water temperature, air quality, even the tools we think are keeping us clean.
Exactly. And that's what we're doing today. We're going to dive deep, uncover five critical shower dangers you might not even be aware of, and more importantly, we'll give you actual steps you can take to protect yourself, protect your family. This stuff really could save a life. Oh, and by the way, if you're looking for more great information like this deep dive, you can find it just by visiting Mind Expansion Daily. Okay, let's unpack this first one. So let's start with maybe the most obvious but still underestimated danger. Secret number one, the epidemic of slips and falls. No, this is the big one, right? Sending more people to the hospital than anything else bathroom related. We hear about it. But what's the real scale? What makes the shower specifically so hazardous?
Well, the CDC's data from 2024, it's pretty stark. Of those 235,000 annual ER visits, a full two-thirds are directly linked to the tub or shower. That's hundreds of incidents every single day.
Hundreds a day.
Yeah. And tragically, about one person in the U.S. dies daily from these falls. And while, yes, the risk goes up with age, it's absolutely not just an issue for older folks. We see healthy adults, 30s, 40s, suffering concussions, fractures, nasty sprains, all from soap-slick surfaces. Often it's just a moment of distraction. And what's really worrying, a 2025 study found that 30% of these injuries lead to long-term mobility problems.
30%. Long-term mobility issues.
Yeah.
That's jarring. Are there specific injuries that commonly lead to that? And more importantly, with numbers like that, what are the concrete things, we can actually do to make our showers safer?
Yeah, the long-term stuff often comes from head injuries, hip fractures, or those really severe sprains needing a lot of rehab. But look, combating this, it comes down to some pretty simple things. You absolutely need good non-slip mats, the suction cup kind, both inside and outside the shower. And a warning here, avoid those cheap stick-on ones. They slide. They fail right when you need them most.
Right. False sense of security.
Exactly. And grab bars. Critically important. It's kind of shocking. A 2024 survey found only 19% of U.S. homes have them. These aren't just for hospitals. And they must be secured into wall studs, not flimsy towel racks they'll just pull out.
Good point.
And finally, regular cleaning. Scrubbing the shower floor weekly with a degreasing cleaner. That gets rid of the slippery soap scum and oil residue. Honestly, these simple fixes, mats, bars, cleaning, they massively slash that top shower danger. They really do prevent life-altering injuries.
Okay, moving on to secret number two, the scalding truth. The hidden danger of hot water. It feels so good, that high shower, but wow, it can turn dangerous, like instantly. With a risk this critical and often silent, what's the very first, simplest thing someone can do right now?
It's genuinely alarming how fast severe burns happen. The American Burn Association, they have some chilling stats. Water at 140 degrees Fahrenheit, that causes a third-degree burn in just 3 seconds.
3 seconds.
Yeah, drop it to 130 degrees, it takes 25 seconds. Even at 120 degrees, which sounds safer, it's still only 5 minutes. The big problem, many home water heaters are defaulted to 140 or even higher. This puts kids and the elderly with their thinner skin at huge risk. They burn much faster. There was a 2024 report documented 1,500 scalding incidents in the U.S. just from showers. 20% needed surgery.
It's a huge number of injuries that could be prevented.
Yeah.
So what's the most effective way to just eliminate this risk at the source?
The single most immediate step, set your water heater to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 49 Celsius. It's the maximum recommended by the Consumer Product Safety Commission.
Okay. How do you check that?
Easy. Use a kitchen thermometer. Run the hot water for about 2 minutes at the faucet, furthest from the heater. Then test the temperature. If it's over 120, you need to adjust the thermostat on your heater itself, and then check it again. And for extra safety, you can install anti-scald valves. They regulate the temperature, preventing those sudden surges if, say, someone flushes a toilet. It's a quick adjustment, honestly, but it transforms this silent threat into, a safe ritual. Protects everyone in the house.
All right, secret number three is the unseen intruder mold. The silent sickness.
Mm.
Ooh, mold just loves that warm, damp shower environment, right?
Yeah.
And it often grows totally unnoticed until it's a real health problem. You might see it black, green, pink, maybe reddish spots. But what makes mold in the shower so, like, particularly nasty, especially while we're showering?
Right. It's insidious because those mold spores, they trigger all sorts of unpleasant stuff. Allergies, asthma attacks, persistent coughs, even skin rashes and headaches. And it's worse when you're showering because the steam opens your pores, makes you more vulnerable to breathing them in or absorbing them. A 2024 World Health Organization report actually linked poor bathroom ventilation to a 25% jump in respiratory problems in city homes. It loves grout, corners, shower curtains, basically anywhere damp with poor airflow. It really can make your supposedly clean shower a silent sickener.
A silent sickener. Wow, that paints a picture. So what's our strategy? How do we fight back against this intruder?
The best way is a three-pronged approach: ventilation, cleaning, and maintenance. First, ventilation is key. Run that exhaust fan for a good 20 to 30 minutes after every shower.
Right.
No fan. Open a window, get that moisture out.
Okay.
Second, clean weekly. Use either a bleach water mix, about 1 part bleach to 10 parts water, or just undiluted white vinegar. Really hit the grout in corners. And wash your shower curtain monthly.
Got it. Vinegar works too.
Yep. Undiluted vinegar is great against mold. And third, maintenance. See any cracked caulk or tiles? Fix leaks immediately. You got to starve the mold of moisture. Doing these things consistently, it really does evict the mold and keeps your shower the healthy, refreshing place it should be, not a source of sickness.
Okay, now for secret number 4. Your loofah's dirty little secret. That thing we used to scrub ourselves clean, apparently it hides a pretty filthy secret.
Yeah.
Why is our seemingly harmless loofah such a, well, germ factory?
Yeah, it's one of those ironies, isn't it? A hygiene tool that becomes a hazard. It's because they're just perfect environments for bacteria. Whether it's a natural sponge or one of those plastic poofs, they trap dead skin cells. And they stay moist in a warm, humid shower. It's like a 5-star hotel for bacteria. A 2024 study in the Journal of Clinical Microbiology found Pseudomonas aeruginosa, that's a bacteria causing rashes, infections, in 60% of tested loofahs.
60%. Ugh.
Right. And it's especially risky if you have any small cuts, maybe from shaving. So this cleaning tool can actually infect you. Turns hygiene into harm.
That is deeply unsettling. So how do we stop our cleaning efforts from backfiring and giving us an infection?
It's actually pretty straightforward. First, after every use, rinse the loofah really well. Then, and this is crucial, hang it to dry outside the humid bathroom. Cut off the moisture supply.
Outside the bathroom, okay.
Definitely. Then, disinfect it weekly. Soak it in that diluted bleach solution, 1:10 ratio again, or vinegar, for about 10 minutes. And finally, replace them often. Natural loofahs every 3-4 weeks. Plastic ones every 2 months. Or honestly, just switch to washcloths. You can toss those in the laundry with hot water after each use. Much easier to keep truly clean. These habits protect your skin from those hidden nasties.
Okay, and that brings us to our 5th and frankly gravest secret, the silent threat of drowning. This one is really serious. It strikes silently, swiftly, and often in incredibly shallow water. Shocking fact, but just 1 inch of water can be fatal. Who is most at risk here, and why is this threat so underestimated?
It's a critical question. A 2024 report from the CPSC highlights that bathtubs are where over half of infant drownings occur, for babies under 1 year old. These awful tragedies often happen when a caregiver just steps away for a moment. Unconsciousness can happen in just 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yeah. But it's not only infants. Adults, especially older adults or those with medical conditions that might cause dizziness or wetness, they're also at risk. They can fall, hit their head, and drown even in shallow water. A 2025 study found that 10% of bathroom injuries in the elderly actually involve near drowning incidents.
That's terrifying how fast it can happen.
Yeah.
So beyond just being constantly watchful, what sort of thoughtful changes can we make in the bathroom to protect the most vulnerable people?
Well, protecting against this quiet danger takes that constant vigilance, absolutely, but also some smart adaptations. For kids, the rule is simple. Never, ever leave them alone in the bath, not even for a second. And be wary of bath seats. They can give a false sense of security and aren't foolproof.
Good warning.
For adults with mobility challenges, installing proper bath seats or shower chairs is a good idea. Or even better, converting to a walk-in shower with a handheld shower head makes access much safer And always, always keep a waterproof phone within reach in the bathroom for emergencies. Just make sure it stays dry to avoid electrical hazards, obviously. It's really that combination: constant supervision and these structural changes. They work together to guard against this silent peril, and they genuinely save lives.
So putting it all together, what does this mean? It's kind of wild to think how something we do every day, almost on autopilot, holds so many significant risks. Are we just, I don't know, too complacent about our bathrooms? And these dangers, they don't just exist on their own right. They compound.
Mhm.
They amplify each other in ways you might not even think about. Like you said, a slip could lead to a scalding burn if you grab the wrong thing. Mold exposure could be worse if you fall and can't get up quickly. And drowning, tragically, can follow a fall that causes injury or loss of mobility.
Exactly. And if you look at the bigger picture, that 2025 study in the Journal of Emergency Medicine, it found 60% of bathroom injuries involved multiple factors adding up, and 15% of those were fatal. It also showed homes without basic safety things like grab bars or decent ventilation. They face a 25% higher rate of incidence. So, awareness really is key. Neglecting one safety aspect can seriously escalate the danger from others. What this really tells us is that doing regular safety checks, combining the non-slip mats, the temperature checks, keeping up with ventilation, the loofah hygiene, and proper supervision, that's how you reduce that overall cumulative risk.
That's a really powerful call to action. Okay, let's quickly recap the key takeaways. The actions you can take right now to empower your safety. For slips and falls, get those suction cup non-slip mats, install grab bars correctly into studs, and scrub the floor weekly with a degreaser. For scalding water, set your water heater to 120 degrees Fahrenheit max, test it with a thermometer, and think about adding anti-scald valves. For mold, ventilate. Run the fan or open a window for 20-30 minutes after showering. Clean weekly with diluted bleach or vinegar and fix any leaks ASAP. For dirty loofahs, rinse them, dry them outside the bathroom, disinfect weekly, and replace them regularly, or just switch to washcloths. And for the silent threat of drowning, never ever leave kids unattended. Use bath seats or consider walk-in showers for adults needing assistance, and keep a waterproof phone nearby. Look, your shower doesn't have to be a danger zone. This deep dive hopefully shows that knowledge really gives you the power to control these risks.
Absolutely. We've covered some really critical points today. Hopefully it gives you something to think about. What stands out most to you from all this?
And hey, if you found this deep dive helpful, please do us a favor and like and subscribe to Mind Expansion Daily. We've got more life-saving safety tips and other in-depth info coming your way. We'd also love to hear from you. Leave a comment below. Do you agree with our summary of these safety points? Maybe you disagree. Or even better, share your #1 shower safety hack. Your tip might just prevent a tragedy for someone else.